I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in Sweden. I have no idea what the closest town is, but I stopped off to pay my respects to Cliff Burton. This is the spot where Metallica's bus crashed back in 1986, and Cliff Burton lost his life. So the bus was coming around this corner here, and it went off the road. The bus driver claimed he hit black ice, but the bus slid off the road, turned over, it threw Cliff Burton from his bunk out through a window, and then the bus fell over on him, killing him instantly. Just a horrible, horrible scene. They've put up a memorial stone here. This is the third time that I've been here when I'm touring in Sweden. If I drive by, I just stop by. I guess they were on their way to Malmo, which is the same direction I'm heading right now. They played somewhere up north. And the question I have, which I don't know the answer to this, but there's a major motorway just over here, half mile, a major motorway. Why were they on this little bitty tiny road? I've never heard anybody say that. Maybe everybody knows the answer to that, and I'm not the person that knows. But if you know, tell me down below. But it is beautiful. A car comes by every couple minutes. I think there's one coming now. Just a nice, quiet, peaceful place. Since the last time I was here, they put up these nice, like, picnic tables made of stone. It seems like the local government has made an effort to make this a very comfortable place to come and pay tribute to Cliff, which is a very nice thing, because obviously people come here a lot, and I think that's a good thing also, people paying their respects. But there's a nice pull-off that they put in at some point, I think a long time ago, so you can get off the road and you're safe. Like I said, it's a beautiful, quiet area. You can hear birds, and somebody's put up some birdhouses in the trees here. I'm curious if any of you ever saw Cliff live. Did you see Metallica back then? Did you ever meet Cliff? I saw him once. It was 1985, I believe. There was an all-ages club down south side of Indianapolis. It was in the suburbs out there called the Sherwood Country Club. And it was kind of like a Moose Lodge or a VFW hall type deal where people would rent it out and have all ages shows. And you never got a chance to see people play live, like right in front of you, actual standing there playing instruments. So I would go see anything, like things I didn't know anything about. And I heard about this show. It was Metallica, Wasp, and Armored Saint. And I had heard of Wasp. I'd never heard of Metallica. Never heard of them before at all. It was on the Ride the Lightning tour. But I heard Wasp had a stage show like Alice Cooper. And I loved those first few Alice Cooper records. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go check that out and have some fun at the rock and roll show. You guys remember fun? Remember having fun at the rock and roll show? I was a teenager, and I went and gave it a shot. It was $8, I believe. And went and watched Armored Saint, It was probably, I don't know how many people were there, 100 kids, maybe 200 kids, I'm not really sure. It was a small place, though, and watched Armored Saint, and Wasp came on, and it was fun and ridiculous, and, it's like everything that I thought it was going to be. So I'll be honest with you, I did not understand why Wasp wasn't the headliner. Who would want to follow this crazy stage show and all of that? And that's what I was thinking as a teenager, as a kid. And like, who is Metallica? I'd never even heard of them. Somebody once told me they sounded like Triumph. That's what I heard a couple days before the show. So I didn't know what to expect. And then Metallica came on, and I could not believe what I was witnessing in front of me. I had never heard music like that in my life. Heavy to me was the first few Black Sabbath records, Led Zeppelin. I just had never heard music like that ever. And here I am experiencing it in an all-ages club with Metallica, with Cliff Burton playing the Ride the Lightning, most of that stuff. And it was so physical, the sounds coming off of that stage and out of the PA. It was, and I'll be honest, it's not my thing. To this day, it's not my thing, but it was an amazing thing to witness. And I'm really glad I got to witness it. And And I remember seeing Cliff Burton and just thinking he was the coolest damn guy. He stood out, you know, amongst them. They seemed like something completely different than anything I'd ever witnessed. The whole band seemed that way, but he definitely stood out amongst them in my mind. I have one buddy of mine who actually got backstage. I think he went on the tour bus or something with Metallica and met Cliff and hung out with him at the hotel. And still buddies with him. If you're out there, John, love you. I don't know, man. The kids are all right. And I'm glad to be here paying my respects to a fellow traveler who didn't quite make it at 24 years old, man. It's just way too young, way too young. But tell me about the time you saw Cliff Burton or the time you met him. I'd love to hear about it. And if you know why they weren't on the major motorway over here, never heard anybody ask that question. I swear it's a half mile that direction. I don't know why, but I got to go to a gig tonight down south of here playing a festival. So I'm going to head on down the road. Take care of each other. Stay safe on the roads. And much love to you.